Hello there everyone, my name is Clink, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. So last time we went through the Forsaken Fortress again, and ended up down here in Hyrule Castle with Tetra. So we're going to go to the mysterious voice that was guiding us along at the end of last time now. It's going to be a little bit more story stuff today, but I don't know how much of this part is honestly going to be it, but we'll see. Because I don't remember how long this little bit takes. Well, yeah, the Master Sword's chamber is just open. You can see Tetra looking around as we walk, which is kind of funny. And we can get a good look at these paintings real quick before we go down there. Just keep them in mind. We will make our way down. Are you him? Are you the one who was speaking through my stone without my permission? Answer me. That stone is an enhanced version of the gossip stones long spoken of in the legends of the Hyrulean royal family. I am the one who made it. You made it, the royal family's gossip stone? I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Have neither of you heard the tales of the kingdom spoken of in the legend of the great hero? The place where the power of the gods lies hidden? This place where the two of you now stand is that kingdom. This is Hyrule. And I am its king. Daphne's no Hansen Hyrule. Link, do you not recognize my voice? Indeed, I am the one who guided you here. I am the King of Red Lions. There is no need for me to reveal my true identity to you so long as that blade, the Master Sword, could defeat Ganon. But now both of you must listen to me. Once long ago, this land of Hyrule was turned into a world of shadows by Ganon, who sought to obtain the power of the gods for his own evil deeds. My power alone could not stop the fiend, and our only choice was to leave the fate of the kingdom in the hands of the gods. When the gods heard our pleas, they chose to seal away not only Ganon, but Hyrule itself. And so, with a torrential downpour of rains from the heavens, our fair kingdom was soon buried beneath the waves, forgotten at the bottom of the ocean. Yet all was not lost, for the gods knew that to seal the people away with the kingdom would be to grant Ganon's wish for the destruction of the land. So, before the sealing of the kingdom, the gods chose those who would build a new country and command them to take refuge on the mountaintops. Those people were your ancestors. Hundreds of years have passed since then. So long as Ganondorf is not revived, Hyrule would remain below, never waking from its slumber. Tetra, come to me. This necklace you wear is part of a sacred treasure called the Triforce of Wisdom, which has been passed down for many ages within the royal family of Hyrule. Your mother passed this down to you and instructed you to treasure it and to guard it with your life. Am I not correct? Triforce of Wisdom is none other than the sacred power of the gods that we have kept from Ganon's clutches for so many long years. The gods placed upon your ancestors the task of protecting it from evil's grasp. You too must abide by the laws of the past, and so the time has come for me to teach you the fate into which you were born, the very reason that you live. My fate? You are the true heir of the royal family of Hyrule, the last link in the bloodline. You are Princess Zelda. Zelda? I'm a princess? You're confused, aren't you? I suppose such is to be expected. Link, I am terribly sorry that you've been caught up in these events. Now that it is known that Tetra is indeed Princess Zelda, Ganon will be searching frantically for this child in an attempt to get the power of the gods that she possesses. He will not rest until he has found her. If he succeeds, my ancient kingdom under the sea will be turned into a land of shadow and despair, and so will the world you know above the waves. Link, I need you to lend me your strength in this dark hour. I have a suspicion about what has caused the Master Sword to lose its power. I need for you to come with me back to the lands above the water and return the power to repel evil to the Master Sword. Zelda. It is far too dangerous for you to join us in this task. Fortunately, the sacred chamber is not yet known to Ganon. It is my wish that you wait here in hiding until we return. Link, we must go. As he teleports away. Which is really odd, but whatever. Link. I don't know how to say this. Everything that's happened to you and your poor sister, it's all been my fault. I'm so sorry. Link, be careful. So yeah, no enemy gauntlet or anything this time. We can just kind of leave. And as we saw, there's Daphne's right there. And that was Princess Zelda. And a lot of the companions around her look a lot like the pirates, which is quite interesting. Although, I'm sure the real reason for it is just assets. But, yeah, that's always been such a weird moment of the game to me. In that scene, it feels like Tetra's personality changes a little bit, but that I can understand to an extent because of the shock. But it just feels so weird for the King of Red Lions to just suddenly start calling her Zelda. Like, sure, she is the heir, or like, you know, Zelda's descendant or whatever. But like, does that really mean she needs to be called Zelda? I don't know. I don't really think so. The fact that the Master Sword has lost the power to repel evil suggests to me that something has happened to the sages who infused the blade with the god's power. The sages should be here in Hyrule, in the Wind Temple to the north and the Earth Temple to the south, praying to the gods. We must head for these two temples to see what has happened to the sages, and attempt to find a way to recover the power to repel evil. Unfortunately, Ganon seems to have erected some sort of magical barrier down here in Hyrule, blocking our path to the temples. But each temple should have another entrance, high upon Hyrule's mountaintops, which are now islands above the sea. As always, I shall mark these places on your sea chart. Now then, if we stay here much longer, we shall draw our enemy's attention to Princess Zelda's whereabouts. We must return to the surface immediately. So yeah, let's head back up and we can get going on some seafaring adventures. So, a lot's gonna change now, but, you know, it's still gonna be mostly the same process we've been doing up to this point. But instead of sailing uncharted waters, there's just a bunch of stuff we can do out on the ocean. Link, do you know the legend of the Hero of Time? Once long ago, he defeated Ganon and brought peace to the Kingdom of Hyrule. A piece of the Triforce was given to the Hero of Time, and he kept it safe, much as Zelda has kept hers. That sacred piece is known as the Triforce of Courage. When the Hero of Time was called to embark on another journey and left the land of Hyrule, he was separated from the elements that made him a hero. It is said that at that time, the Triforce of Courage was split into 8 shards and hidden throughout the land. Even I do not know where they rest, but this much I do know. They lie hidden somewhere in this great sea. Might you have crossed paths with someone who knows much about things that lie hidden in the depths of the sea? Well, fret not, if you can think of no one, though maybe you would come upon the knowledge by asking around in a place where many people will gather. So yeah, we've had the Triforce of Courage mentioned to us a lot. It's the Triumph Forks that the mapfish kept telling us about, and that's something we're going to worry about soon enough. But since I've got the time today, I think I'm going to go and turn in all of the spoils items to the various people that we can do that with. Because there's just so many things we can do out on the Great Sea now that we might as well just get going on some of them. At the mailbox there, you'll see it shaking. That is because we can now get the incredible chart, I do believe at least. This is going to be what we need to actually hunt down the Triforce of Courage, but as I've said a couple times, I will be saving a lot of that for the very end of the game, so... you also hear some music, which we'll deal with that soon enough, but... you want to head and check the post box. Here is your letter. Yes, 201 rupees for this one. That is how much the incredible chart will cost. To the esteemed Mr. Fairy Person, thank you very much for your purchase. Enclosed is an incredible chart. This chart will show you where you can find the Triforce charts and Triforce shards. I want you to use it to find lots of them. They are my favorite kinds of items. And also, sir, have you been checking your Tingle chart? Have you seen those giant fairy marks? Follow the chart to them and your fortune will increase greatly. Tingle. There we go, the incredible chart. So, this is a good time to maybe talk about the Triforce quest a little bit. So in the original Gamecube version, this chart would show you 8 different Triforce charts that you could go to. The Triforce charts you would then use to find a piece of the Triforce of Courage. In the HD version, this has been changed. We are shown 3 treasure charts here and 5 Triforce shards directly. The 5 Triforce charts that were removed were not actually removed, they were just transferred to regular treasure charts. So there was 41 treasure charts in the GameCube version, there's 46 in the HD version, because it's just the 5 Triforce charts, and they still take you to the same locations, they just give you like rupees or something now. The main reason for this is for every Triforce chart you will need about 400 rupees, I'm pretty sure it's 396, in order to be able to view it at Tingle, which meant you were spending a lot of money in the original game to be able to finish it, and that has drastically been reduced in this version. So the Triforce quest is something that we're going to take on after the Earth and Wind Temples, because that's really the whole rest of the main quest. Earth Temple, Wind Temple, Triforce quest. I believe I want to talk to this guy here with my golden feathers. Hey, I know you. Yeah, you're the adventure guy sailing from island to island. So with all that adventuring, did he happen to find a golden feather? My girlfriend, she's wanted one of those things for the longest time. Actually, I kind of promised I'd send one to her. Well, how about 20 of them? Hey, that's what my girlfriend wants, a golden feather. So, how many of those do you have? So you're really going to let me have 20 of those? Yeah, sure. Really? Are you sure? Yes, I'm going to stick these little beauties in a letter and send them off right away. I'm going to tell her all about you too. I'm so happy, seriously. It's not much, but please accept this. Orange rupee. Cool. That's not all we're gonna get though, so don't worry if you were hoping for something a little more, maybe. Next up is going to be heading off towards Outset, and we're gonna go talk to Orca and give him the Knight's Crest, since we can get those. Soon enough, we'll get a letter from that guy's girlfriend, though, and it'll have a piece of heart. I don't know if I need to pass a day, or if I just go over to Outset, it'll be there, but that's kind of cool. One thing I was going to talk about when it came to the main story and stuff is, I think I've maybe mentioned this a little, but part of what I really like about Wind Waker's plot, and just its overall narrative, is its theme of not necessarily, like, it is change, but I guess it's embracing that change, but I don't know, it's hard for me to figure out how to word it, but I really like how so many characters in Wind Waker, they basically have to abandon their past self and start some sort of new life. For Link, that's going from, you know, the kid on the island to then having to go out and save his sister, and then eventually becoming the fated hero. Tetra becomes Zelda. And even some of the people on Windfall that we're going to talk to in some of the side quests coming up, they've essentially had to abandon who they formerly were for a different life. And I think it's a really interesting common thread in Wind Waker. Why did you not tell me about Ariel? That was thoughtless of you. This island has seen hard times ever since you departed. I do not know what you have been doing on your journey, but you seem a little more daring these days. That look in your eye is not the one you left here with. Very good. Show me just how much you've improved your sword skills. Not right now. This is all I can do for you, I'm afraid. Of course, I'll always be happy to face off against you. But the other thing he can do for us is deal with our Knight's Crest. Why, that is a Knight's Crest. How many of those do you have? I suppose the time has come for me to speak to you about the crest. The Knight's Crest, it is the symbol of a courageous knight. But not just anyone can gather them, no, it takes a soul who possesses not only power but wisdom and courage as well. Any courageous soul who gathers 10 of these crests can learn a powerful new sword technique. Both my brother and I dreamt of learning this technique in our youth. We worked so hard to collect the crest. But it took many long years and adventures beyond count before we even approached finding 10 of them, and we both grew old. It appears you have enough might to learn that technique now. Perhaps, just perhaps, you can master it. Very good, Link. Heed my words. Hold B to blow up power and then release it. Come at me, now do it. So you'll notice your sword go yellow, wait for that, and then release. You learn the Hurricane Spin. Hold B to build your power and then release it. Have a whirling blade. Remember, it consumes magic power. Amazing, Link. You did it. You've mastered the Hurricane Spin. At last, you have made our long-held dream come true. Oh, the joyful tears. They won't stop. I thought my tears had dried up long ago. There's nothing left for me to teach you. I am certain now that you will save your sister Ariel and bring her home to Outset. And there we go. So that's the other thing that we can do with some of our spoils. The other ones are going to be on Windfall Island. But we're already going to have a lot to do there after the next part. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut this one here. And then I'll see you guys next time, where we'll actually be going to the Mother and Child Isles to get the power to freeze and burn that we've been hearing about. So I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.